What's up, guys? It's Will coming at you with another Buddy Fight video, and in this video we're going to be talking about my experience with Chicago in the tournament for the championship series in Buddy Fight, and let's get right into it. So this one was pretty good. I did bring Cursed Dragons back. It's the exact same build as it was last year's, or in fall or spring, whatever the hell it was. So I will be linking that deck profile in the description, but the sideboard was slightly different. I'm going to include a short little brief clip of me just kind of showing it off what my sideboard was. Kind of standard options for the deck, except for the monsters that I had in it. They were still the same from last year, or in spring. So those were kind of just there because I couldn't think of anything else at the time. And by the time I filled out my deck list, I was like, oh crap, I could have put Invitation to Deathground in it. But oh well, what happens happens. So one thing I will say is that I did add Dead Carrier in the sideboard for those slower matchups. I can kind of keep combos going because it just allows me to grab my item from drop zone because it doesn't specify attribute. Anyways, let's get right into it. So I've got my little cheat sheet of what I did so I don't forget or misconstrue. So round one, I played against Conan, with our specifically black organization. I was 0-2 in that matchup. I was really nervous once I saw what he was playing because I've never played against it before because no one in our locals touches Conan. No one was really interested in it, so it was an interesting experience. Definitely a learning one, of course, but I didn't know what to do because he had the monster that swings and can't be nullified by itself, and he just kept doing that, so I couldn't really do anything. Anyways, let's go to round two. This one's kind of interesting. It was Demon Dragons, which I was originally going to play, but my friend Jacob from TCG Buzz was playing a special Demon Dragon Ein deck, and I will link that in the description as well, just because it's an insane combo that he and I thought of playtesting one night. It was crazy. Hopefully I'll be doing a video with them, kind of talking about that and our experience with regionals. But anyways, so round two was Demon Dragons or Evil Demonic Dragons, whatever you want to call it. I went 2-1, so I won the round, but it just kind of came down to Cursed Dragons, like quote-unquote stall or play very slowly because you're constantly looping your Gale, and by the end of it, it went to sudden death. So every round that I played, except for round 6, went to sudden death, and basically it was, can I get enough life to survive to just win by life default, which I feel kind of scummy about because this one, the Demon Dragon player did kind of seem a little salty because once it hit sudden death, I basically had a bunch of nullifies in hand and just life ramped like crazy. So he did blatantly express, and I can understand it, that he felt cheated out of the win because if my deck wasn't capable of doing that, he would have won. Anyways, so it was a good matchup. It was really fun. Anyways, round 3 was Ball Soleil Sun Dragons, and this one was an interesting match. It was really, I did a lot better than I thought I would because I've always been scared of that deck because of how consistent and how advantage gaining it is. It was just a really nervous matchup, and I did better than I thought. But I think it's just because my friend Christian plays the deck, so I have experience on how the deck works and plays. So I was kind of playing around with that, making sure that basically nothing could be destroyed because of my Cursed Dragon item. So that was a back and forth match. Again, sudden death. I won by life ramp. And that's basically how this usually ends. So round 4, Prism Dragons. That was an interesting match. If I knew his name, I would give him the biggest shout out because he was the nicest person I played against. Him and round 5 player were both really nice, really chill people. They were just having fun. Like, they wanted to win, of course, but which round Prism Dragons did win because I was 1-2 with that, and it was just really fun. They were really chill, weren't so like salty. They were there to win, but they also wanted to have fun while they were at it, and I had so much fun with these 2 rounds. even the fact that I lost, I was like, I don't even care, because so many people get so salty. Like, I feel bad for shouting you out, round 2 player, but Demon Dragons kind of seemed a little salty because I won. It's just, I don't know. I like it. It's a lot more fun for me to enjoy when the other player is enjoying it as well, or just trying to have fun, but also like trying to win as well. Like, it's like a casual competitive match, if you will. Anyways, let's move on to round 5. Round 5, I was 2-0. I won. It was the most annoying match to play. By the time time was called, we had just finished game 1, so we had to do the 0-1-2-3 sudden death, which was just crazy because every time I'd do something, he'd have to go and ambush, and it was just, if you've played against Oni Assassins, you know how ambush is. So it's just kind of like I was doing my thing for 15 minutes, and then I would do something, and he'd do something for 15 minutes. And it was just really crazy. It was funny. We were both laughing about how both of our decks take forever to play. So it was just kind of like the worst mashup ever. But I feel bad winning this one because sudden death, I overturn Abigail, and he just kind of scooped. Although I have to be honest, I didn't have anything in hand. Like, that was just kind of to try and hope I could draw into something. And I checked my top 2 cards. I wasn't going to get anything to win, so he would have won due to life. And I feel terrible letting him scoop. But at the same time, I was like, hopefully I can get good in the tournament, get far in the tournament. I feel bad, but it's kind of like he was already like, he's like, okay, I scoop, I'm done, I'm not going to win. And I felt bad, but I just let it happen. So round 5, Oni Assassins player, if you see this, I do apologize. And it should have been a double loss, which isn't that much better, but it should have been a double loss technically, if you just let me play it out. So I do apologize about that. So just kind of keep that in mind next time if you're watching this. And round 6 was Legend Dragons with Lost World. Oh my god, that was terrible. It was the worst match ever by far. I got absolutely slaughtered. So, okay, I'm going first. I'm doing my thing. I didn't do as well because I only got 3 cards under the soul before I had to pass turn, which, it's alright. But I could do a lot better. Normally I get to like 8 or 9. If I'm lucky, 10. Or if I'm even luckier and I God Hand, I get all 15 because of Abigail. So basically what happened was he went off, and then I went back to my turn. I got a few more. I think I was at like 5 or 6. Pass turn again. He went to Lost World. He drew a card, and he was like, I don't even need to charge and draw. And he did the most. I got so salty, and it was the first time I've ever gotten that salty at a buddy fight tournament. But he played the new Vanity Husk. I can't remember its name, but it places the deck into Soul, and I just scooped. I was like, nope, I'm done. I can't do anything, because if you know Curse Dragons, a brief explanation is they use the set spell Sentence of Curse to place cards under the Soul flag, and along with Gale, like spamming Gale by destroying him, to place cards under your opponent's flag. After 15, at the start of their turn, they lose the fight. So it's an auto win, or it's an alternate win con deck. If they get rid of their deck, I can't do anything because the deck isn't aggressive. Everything has 1 crit. There's only 1 monster in the deck or 2 monsters that have 2 or 3, and that's Overturn Abigail and Daryl Breck, which they're both not really meant to be on the field for long. They're more just like advancing plays and combo extenders. Anyways, I was super salty, and then he had the gall to be like, I want to see how this plays out, because he had both Legend Dragons on the field, so he had the triple attack and the double attack from Vanity Husk, and I was a little salty about that, because I was like, you already know, I already scooped, you have the win, I can't do anything. Anyways, I don't want this to turn into a salt fest. Game 2, I bricked so hard. I equipped my item and set Curse Field, used its ability, passed turn, and he just FTK'd or OTK'd. It was pretty bad. That first game, I was just, it was so bad. I sigh every time I think about it. But that was the only round that, by the time I was done, there were still like 25 minutes left of the round, and it was alright. It wasn't terrible. I had fun with the games regardless, because I haven't really played against an updated Prism Dragons because Jacob got rid of them. Conan I never experienced, so I was trying to I was having fun with that because it was like an actual oh, I'm going in blind and I don't know what I'm doing. So it was an interesting matchup, of course, and it was really fun. I had a lot of fun this weekend. Saw a lot of people that I saw the last few times because I'm relatively new, but I have seen some people like MW3, his crew. So it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with you guys, everyone that was there that I did meet. Round 4 and 5s, you are the MVPs of this tournament, in my opinion. You made it all that better for me. I appreciate your guys' honesty, because if I made a mistake or if I didn't adjust my die for the sentence of curse, it was just they were really honest in saying, oh, you did this, so it should be this number. And I appreciate that, because a lot of times people will just let it go and screw you over because you misplayed, and it was just, even if it didn't benefit you, you were still honest, and I got to give you credit. So shout out to you guys. Overall thoughts, it was a fun weekend. I definitely plan on going in spring again. I plan to go every single chance I get. Hopefully I will be doing a deck profile for Demon Dragons, because I've been playing those, even with Jacob having the cards. It's still fun. So yeah, that's really it. I don't know what really much to say about the tournament. Besides, I went 3-3. I didn't do terrible. I think I was in 38th place, and there was about 90 people, I think. So I was in the top half. Giving myself too much credit there. Anyways, that is it for the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that goodness. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below or at me on Twitter. I'll put that in the description. Also, please check out my Snupps. I try to post on there regularly. It's kind of like here, look at all this cool stuff I have. So it's a hoarder's dream, or a collector's dream, rather, because you get to show off all the fancy, shiny stuff that you have, and nobody does. So check those out for me. I'd appreciate it. Anyways, keep it classy, y'all.